People ask me this a lot. Aren't you just helping people get away with it? And the short answer is no. The long answer is, give me 5 minutes. Hi, I'm Joel Chorny. I defend people in Arizona courts who are charged with criminal charges. Around here, we call it the criminal system, not the criminal justice system, because outcomes do not always look like justice. My job is to protect rights and to make the state prove its case with real evidence, not shortcuts. A quick heads up, this video is for informational purposes only, general information. It's not legal advice. If you have a case, talk to a lawyer in your state, in your jurisdiction. If your case is in Arizona, feel free to give me a call, talk to me. When someone says that defending criminals helps them get away with it, they are making 3 basic assumptions. 1, that everyone who is charged did it. 2, that the process is always fair. And 3, that defense work is about tricking juries. Let's test those assumptions. In our system, the government makes the accusations, and it's the government that carries the burden of proof. The presumption of innocence isn't just a slogan. It is the rule that prevents punishment without proof. It is the rule that protects the innocent. Defense lawyering is the stress test that makes the rule real. If the state cannot meet its burden, the answer is not getting away with it. The answer is not proven. If someone, quote unquote, gets away with it, is because the state couldn't prove its case. Cases are messy. Eyewitnesses are confident and wrong. Forensic methods can be misused. Digital data is often incomplete. Cross-examination, motions, and investigation are quality control. Good defense work corrects bad facts, exposes weak inferences, and pushes for the whole story. Accuracy protects everyone, including victims, because the right person must be held responsible for the right thing. Look, some clients are innocent, more than you'd think. Some people are overcharged. They are innocent of several of the charges that they're accused of. Some people are guilty, like I said, of something narrower than the headline. Some had their rights violated and therefore should not be convicted because the state cheated. And many are people in crisis who need treatment, not a wrecked future. So defense work is how the system hears those truths and deals with them. It's not just about getting people off. It's about getting people the right services and attention that they need. You will hear something like, oh, they got off on a technicality. And here's what that means in plain English. The Constitution sets rules for searches, seizures, questioning, and trials. If the state breaks those rules, there are consequences. It's not a loophole. It's the way the system's designed. That is the incentive structure that keeps the government's power in check for all of us. So no, the Constitution is not a technicality. If the state breaks the rules, them not getting away with it is not a technicality. That's the system working like it's supposed to. And what about the people who did do it? The person who did do the thing that they are charged with? Well, defense lawyers still produce accountability, but we insist it be lawful and proportionate. That might look like a negotiated plea, treatment instead of jail, or a sentence that fits the conduct and the person. Accountability that ignores the rules is not accountability. It's just punishment. It's not what the system's designed for. We defense attorneys cannot help our clients lie. We cannot tell our clients to lie. We cannot hide evidence. We cannot intimidate witnesses. Our ethics require truthfulness to the court and confidentiality with the client. If a client insists on perjury, which is lying under oath, we take specific steps that the rules require us to take, and sometimes we have to withdraw. The movie version where defense counsel cheats to win is fiction. Saul Goodman is compelling television. It's not the way criminal defense works. At least it's not supposed to be. I had a client once who was facing charges relating to some serious substance abuse and addiction. He had robbed a bunch of stores and was facing a serious amount of time if he was convicted as he was charged. I listened to him, talked to him about the changes he needed to make in his life, and got him that help, or at least got him enrolled in the help that he needed to do. I cannot take credit for my client's turning his life around because he's the one who put in the work, but he did in fact put in that work. And I was able to present the prosecutor with the evidence of all of that work that my client had put in and the efforts that he was making to turn his life around, and was able to negotiate for a much fairer resolution of his case. And he reached out to me years after the fact to let me know how well he had done. That's not getting away with it. That's making sure that the system doesn't destroy a person who can get their life in order and become the productive member of society that we would all want him to be. That is a joy in my work, that I can help someone get their life around and put their past and their criminality behind them where it belongs. When the rules are enforced, we can all trust the process. And just as importantly, victims can trust the process. When police and prosecutors know that their work will be tested, cases are stronger. When sentences fit both the crime and the person, people come home able to work, parent, and pay restitution. That is how communities get safer. The community is not safer by locking everyone up, whether or not there is evidence to support doing so. If this was your son or daughter facing criminal charges, would you want a defense lawyer who challenges weak evidence, insists on the rules, and fights for a lawful, proportionate outcome? Most people would answer that question with a resounding yes. That is the work I do for every client, because every client is someone's child, may likely be someone's parent, is someone's sibling, is someone's loved one, but ultimately is a human being. And our system of justice is meant to treat people as people. And my job is to make sure that they are in fact treated as such. If you want more plain English breakdowns of how the criminal system really works, subscribe and hit the bell. If you have a case in Arizona and want to talk about strategy, you will find my firm's details in the description. I'm Joel Chorny. Remember, you have rights, they matter, protect them, be safe, and I'll see you on the next video.